and someone to let you know it's a problem there. Let us try to help it. Let us try to fix it. It's going to escalate, and it's going to escalate to people in the street around you, and that's when the violence come in.
That's right.
And that's the important part of trying to put your hand on the pulse of mental illness. And that's when we need more monies put into mental illness, mental health, for more mental providers.
That's right. I totally agree with you. I also feel that we need to get back into the church too, because I find that we've kind of, young people or the generation from 30 and below have kind of moved away from church somewhat. And I understand you have a few programs that you're currently doing. One is on rap, gospel rap.
Yes, I'm glad to be able to talk about our rapathon that's coming up April 6th. You rap for 90 minutes, no cursing, rap about gun violence, rap about church, rap about God, but a positive rap. And that's April 6th at Kennedy Center, starting at 6 o'clock. Everyone is welcome. We are trying to bring back respect in the communities, respect in the churches, and let our young people, old people too, understand that you could rap without cursing.
Right, exactly.
You could rap off church music because they're doing the beats now. You go do a positive rap. And maybe a lot of this gun violence and violence come from all this negative rap, cursing and calling women these names. And some of our kids look at that and think that that's cool.
Exactly,
that's fine.
That's going to make them feel.
Absolutely. And so we really want people to go on to www.harlemmothersave.com and go on to the website and check out our Rap-A-Hug. And it's called Rap-A-Hug, In the Violence Rapathon.
Right.
And you could definitely auditions start the 17th.
Right.
And come on and audition. And you know, all of this is positive because we need more programming. We need our kids to get involved. We need our parents to get involved.
Right.
Then on March 28th, we're going to have a big fundraiser for this rapathon because we're trying to raise money for more awareness to continue the work that we're doing out here, Carolyn.
Yeah, right. We're going to break.
Yes.
Okay. Carol Journey is going to a break.
We don't win unless we work together.
It's how we play our best.
It's how we survive on the field.
Now that same teamwork can save 13 million people
affected by the famine, war, and drought in the Horn of Africa.
Go to this site
and forward the facts to everyone you know.
The more people who know,
the more money we can raise.
And the more money we raise,
the more people we can help.
Because saving lives doesn't take a lot.
It just takes a lot of us.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh, yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh, no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back to Carol's Journey. Today's guest is Miss Jackie Rowe-Adams, and we're going to continue our conversation about the involvement of the church.
You know, Carolyn, as I was saying, I am just so glad that the Hip Hop Culture Center in Harlem is presenting the End Gun Violence Rapathon on April 6th. But we want young people and older people to come out and rap positively about the churches, about raps about God, raps on school, education, and stopping the violence.
Right.
But, you know, I just want to talk a little bit about the churches. I feel the churches are not doing enough. And what I mean by that, churches are clannish, and churches, only some of them cater to the people that are tithing. Let's keep it real, Carol. Let's talk
that's
real
right.
talk. This
Right.
is real talk.
Right.
If we begin, not all churches, if we begin to get out there and send a strong message to the reverends in these churches, to the churches, and saying, we need you to open those doors because our young people need a safe haven. Everybody can't tithe, but
That's
we
right.
have to find a way to make up for the ones that's not tithing, but open those doors, make people feel welcome. A lot of people don't feel welcome going to some of these churches, especially young people. I talk to young people. Oh no, we have to wear a suit and tie. Let's get away from that. You must have a certain code or look a certain way in these churches. And I think some is catching on because we're keeping the message out there. And I know certainly you are.
Right. Well, let me stop you for a moment and define the word tithe, because there's a lot of people, different faiths, who might not understand what the word tithe means.
Well, tithing is every Sunday you have an envelope and you give 10% of your pay. If you have a job, 10% of your earnings, whatever you're doing. Everyone don't have 10%. So I am a true believer of whatever you have, because you have to put in something to keep the doors open and to
right.
continue the programs. You can't, you know, if you have 5 cents, put it in.
Right.
It all adds up. So don't think that only if you have a job and you have to put 10%, you can't go to that church. That's not true. And I really want people, and especially the young people, know whatever you have, 10 cents, 5 cents, $1. Now you could go and buy all those $200-300 sneakers. So save some of that money for your church. You know, not all of it, some of it $5. But what I am saying, Carolyn, we need our churches back. We need our faith-based groups to stand up, rise up, continue to march and rally, like this march on gun violence on the 21st at the State Office Building. It is important. It is key.
Yes.
Go to your churches. Tell your pastors, we need you. We are here. Help. Help. And I think if we bring back that, because all my learnings and teachings come from the church.
Yes.
From the church. And I noticed for a while, other churches, and my church was just catered to some of our kids, until we begin to start saying, no, we have friends, we have people out there that need our church.
Right. Well, you know, I also wanted to encourage we should go out to our different social groups or political groups to encourage them to have youth programs, have a place for the children to go, to be able to release that extra energy that they may have. And that's one of the things I strongly believe, that we need to have more programs in our, like the NAACP, CORE,
PALs.
PALs.
The NYCHA closed their community centers, the projects. Well, it's the NYCHA buildings, but the language is the projects. The kids know the projects. Everybody know They used to have community centers. Because of funding, and we have to bring that back. We have to bring that back.
Exactly.
But the parents, I'm not going to let them off the hook. They have to get up, get from in front of the TV, and they have to begin to pay attention to their kids and know who their kids are with. Know who your kids are with. Search your kid's book bag. Look under your mattress.
Right.
It's your house. Stop being afraid of your kids. And Carolyn, one of my messages to these parents and grandparents, because there's a lot of young parents, stop smoking weed with your kids.
That's right. Exactly.
Very important.
You know, I noticed one thing. We do have limited programs for the youth, but I think we also need, and I recall when I was on a PAL type of meeting, that we need to have programs for those parents.
Education. Thank
Get
you.
those parents in that center when that child goes into that center.
Absolutely.
Get both of them in there.
Absolutely.
So they can actually do something together.
It's
to
not
work
enough
together.
parenting programs.
Right, exactly.
And some of them actually said, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to look for. So I've been talking about education programs. We also have New York City Parks Department, which is
Right.
free. They have a lot of centers too, recreation centers, and the parents have to get the kids involved. They have to take them.
Right.
But again, we need more parenting programs, more on educating the parents on what and how to work with the kids.
Well, I want to thank you very much for coming here to my show and giving some valuable inputs, and I hope the audience can appreciate what you have said and everything.
Well, I thank
and
you.
what I want to do now, I'm going to close out the show, and I want to again remind our audience that on Thursday, March the 21st, that we're going to have a march at 4:30 p.m. at the Harlem State Office Building, 163 West 125th Street. I want to encourage all of you to come. Now, this march is the New York voice against gun violence, and it's very important that we all come out because our children are dying. As a matter of fact, our elderly are also dying because I do know of an incident that happened to an elderly man in White Plains, New York, where he was accused of gun violence. And this was a disabled man, and he was shot dead.
With an illegal gun.
Right.
And who's giving our kids these guns? Who's giving these guns?
Right. Okay, tune in again to Carol's Journey. Carol's Journey is seen on BroxNet, Manhattan Cable. You can also find us on YouTube.